Let's take a look at PYPL PayPal Holdings. PayPal has been getting beat up for a very long time. We do know that the valuation was trading a little bit high here. Just going back here, recent highs, all-time highs, $310, and we put in, a little bit of a lower high here at 296, and then here at 273 before this massive sell-off. Sell-off started just at the end of October, going back to the 20th. Bear's been doing a fantastic job shorting this thing all the way back down. I did have an initial price target for like a buy zone around 175. Didn't quite get there. 179.15, 179 has been holding as a pretty decent area of support. So with that being said, going forward, here's a couple of ways that we could really look at this trade. For one, we're going to look at it from a swing trader's perspective. It's not the best day trading stock. However, you can get moves today. Did put in $3.86 candle, $3.86 candle, up 2% on the day. So you could have caught that move at the bottom, but it's just been very choppy. We've been consolidating down here. Realistically, going back to the end of November, November the 22nd, all the way to present day, almost about a month worth of consolidation. When you look at this, we have not cracked below this 179 level. If we did crack below 179, I would say either think about averaging down your position if you're currently holding somewhere down here in the 180s, 190s, or if you have not started a position, I wouldn't start a position until we do lose 179. However, going forward, what I do like that PayPal is doing, that even though when the market was selling off rather aggressively this week before we had this FOMC meeting notes come out with Jay Powell and the tapering, we know all that, okay? We know this is going to be a big catalyst. We know that typically this time of year is Santa Claus rally. We know that typically going into about at least the second week of January, it tends to be extremely bullish. So with that being said, now that if the market wants to kind of turn around and press higher, PayPal can be very poised down at these levels to give you a fantastic swing trade. We do have a gap to be filled up here at around 211 all the way into this 225 zone. So depending on your position sizing and when exactly you're going to enter this trade, even if you trade it into that gap fill, could be a phenomenal trade, and then kind of reassess and reevaluate if we get rejected around this level and we get rejected at the 50-day moving average. Just to be clear, we are trading below the daily 50-day moving average. Generally speaking, anytime we're trading below the 50-day moving average, the bears are going to have control. So any sort of pop is going to get shorted, meaning that when we started consolidating first here on the gap down after earnings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days consolidation, and then we popped 1, 2 higher. Who's in control? The bears are in control. They shorted this back down. We get more consolidation. We get a little bit of a green close here, more consolidation. We get a pop, and then they shorted this back down. So with that being said, all stocks typically, I'm not saying 100% of the time, but typically when they're trading below the 50-day moving average, any pop seems to get shorted back down. So today, we are coming off of our second green day close. What I like about today is we did get back over the 5 and 10-day moving average. We're not completely out of the woods yet. I don't think PayPal really starts to see a significant break in trend until we start closing over 198. 198 is going to give us a definitive close over the 20-day moving average and is going to take us out of this month-long consolidation that we've been in. So if you're looking to start a position in PayPal, the absolute stop that we're going to use on PayPal, if you enter in now, is going to be any close below 179. Below 179, unless you're comfortable averaging down into the 170s, okay, low 170s. If you're comfortable averaging down into the low 170s and you're comfortable holding this longer than 3-6 months, I think you're going to be completely fine from a longer term perspective. But let's say you're a swing trader who wants to hold something maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. I would give this a price target to try to fill this gap 1 to 3 months, okay, 1 to 3 months. Let's see if we can come back and at least test the 50-day moving average at around $220 within 1 to 3 months. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to get extremely bullish on PayPal as soon as we get that daily close over 198. I think right now, if you're a day trader or a scalper, you're going to have room over 191.25 into this 20-day moving average at around 194. So if you're an options player, someone who, is a scalper, there's plenty of money to be made here scalping this confirmation. Okay, so if we get a confirmation over the closing today, 193.66, that can potentially take us back into 197.83. Okay, this is your range. This is what you're looking for. What you're looking for here tomorrow or Friday is a pop above. We're looking for a back test. Okay, we got to get the back test, and then we're looking for the initial pop higher. As soon as we get this pop higher, this is where we're going to enter into this trade, and this is where we're going to be taking our money. Okay, that's speaking from a day trader. A lot of people can't day trade. It moves too fast. It's very, very nerve-wracking. You have to have discipline, because if this trade fails, for example, if we get something like this, okay, a lot of people don't know when to stop out. You don't know when to say, hey, cut my loss here, because this potentially can come all the way back down here. Instead, you don't cut your loss here. You hold here, and then at the end of the day, you're looking like this, okay? So, you know, just know what type of trader you are. If you're someone who's looking to swing trade, know your levels. If you're someone looking to day trade, know your levels. But I do think going forward, PayPal could be setting up a nice solid base down here, and I'm going to give it a 1 to 3 month timeline to try to fill this gap and recapture this 50-day moving average. I think that if you're in here anywhere between 179 and 190, 195, you got a good opportunity to try to catch that 10 to 25 point move on PayPal going forward within the next 1 to 3 months. That's my timeline. Also, what is my absolute stop? My absolute stop is going to be a close below 179.15. That's the lows. It loses that. Obviously, that's telling us that bears still have control, and this is going lower. So just keep that in mind as well. Guys, if you like this video, do me a favor. Subscribe to my channel. Join the Discord. It's completely free to join the Discord. That link is down in the description box below. Give me a thumbs up on this video. That is also free, okay, to do that as well. Also, leave me a comment. That's also free to do that as well. However, for those of you big ballers out there, people that like to spend money, I do have a daily watch list signals that I have. You can check out my website, evolutiontraders.com. It's $20 a month. It's nothing crazy, guys, but I'm going to give you levels like this that we can trade intraday on a day-to-day basis. I'm in that Discord 5 days a week, helping people out the best that I can. Do I always win? Of course not. What trader does? Any trader that tells you that they win all the time is an absolute is an absolute fucking liar. I'll just say that. But we're gonna lose some, but we're gonna win big. And when we do win big, we're gonna know when to let our runners run. And when the trade does go against us, we're gonna at least know technically where we should be stopping out at, because that trade failed. I hope that helps, guys, and I will see you guys all on the next video.